Collective, what is going on? Welcome to the channel. I'm Deborah. This is Purusha Intuitive, and we're going to be looking at the new moon we have today in Taurus. So let's get going. We'll start off with an energy cleansing, a great way to clear blocks and obstacles that we might be running into right now. It's also a good time to set intention. If you have a specific question or you would like something, obviously, to be answered, ask something to spirit, guidance, direction, etc., now is the time to do it. It helps set the overall tone for not only what we're moving through collectively, but also what we're moving through on an individual basis. Obviously, these are collective readings, so just use your discernment. Take what fits for you, your situation, leave the rest behind. I do personal readings, so if you're interested, definitely hit me up. Information to contact me is in the description box below. And then always just make sure to like, comment, subscribe. Let's build and grow our community here at Purusha Intuitive. All right, I hope that you had a good weekend. I took a few days off from the channel. I needed a little extra time and space in my own personal life. It's been interesting, like the energy collectively, things are starting to ease up. We're getting more harmonious aspects, which I really love. Things that are favorable, that are supporting us. But there still is this residual like tension and frustration and people, places, and things coming into conflict. So definitely be mindful and aware, especially how much you want to engage with those people, places, and things that aren't really settled. It's a good opportunity to create a little time, space for yourself, so that you can address that when is highest and best, right? So it doesn't have to get more messy than what things need to be. All right, I think this is like life in slow motion today. I don't really know what's going on with the smudge bundle. All right, let's get going. I bless you with pure love and light, pure source energy, pure loving grace. I release anything that is blocking the highest and best messages from coming through. Fear, doubt, anxiety, anger, lack of worth, lack of value. Cleanse and remove those things from our energy. Help to make me a clear and open channel for the collective. Thank you, Father God, Spirit Guides, Guardian Angels, Mama Love, Divine Feminine. Amen. All right, so let's get into it. So a little bit about the astrology, as I was talking about, there's more harmony, there's more balance within the aspects that we're seeing. And that really just helps us overcome. We're in this period where we're seeing a lot of tests, trials, challenges in front of us. They don't even have to be the biggest mountain to climb per se, but it's things that just don't feel comfortable, or it's annoying, or we don't really want to do it. We feel like we get it already, we've learned that lesson, but at the same time, Spirit is really testing our commitment to the path. What I love about this new moon is it is harmoniously aspected to Saturn, and Saturn is that lesson teacher. It is what forces us to do the work for the sake of the work, the value that comes through the experience and the lesson. And so with the sun and moon being harmoniously aspected, it really helps overcome problems, obstacles, challenges, whatever you find coming into your way that feels defeating or that feels like you don't really want to engage. Saturn's giving us the energy to overcome, and in a way that is graceful. It's not through these big tower moments. It's not, Yeah, there's a little bit of Black Moon Lilith being square to our fortune point. So a little dangling of the carrot that we always need to pay attention to. But at the same time, if we are committed, if we are staying focused and diligent around our goals, what we're trying to achieve, the people, places, and things that we're trying to release and let go of so we can invite in new opportunities, Saturn's really going to help us with that energy. Okay, so really focusing on the transitions is what I'm hearing with this transit card. Transits are the way that the planets aspect each other in astrology. So it gives us either tension or harmony. It amplifies the energy or it makes it incredibly difficult and tense. And so we're paying attention to what we're moving through and how it's presenting itself, working with each situation individually instead of trying to handle them all at once is what I'm hearing. This value of splitting our energy. When we're too focused on too many things, we have a tendency to be a little more erratic. We're not as calm and collected. We're not as centered within our being. So making sure that you're taking time to simplify. We got this message a lot last week in the zodiac readings about just doing what you need to do and no more right now. We're in Taurus season. Happy birthday to any Taurus who's watching. Side note, I hope it's fabulous for you. So we're seeing a lot of planets move into Taurus. Taurus gives us that earth energy, that grounding, that stability that we've really been needing, especially coming from all the retrogrades, a lot of chaos. And Pluto just went into retrograde as well. It's doing this dance. If you've listened in other videos, I talk about this a lot. It's doing this dance back and forth between moving into Aquarius, back into Capricorn, back into Aquarius, back into Capricorn. So we're in the last cycle of that right now. It started May 2nd and it will end in October. So we have a couple months where, again, it's not foreshadowing that all the energy is going to be horrible, because we've gone through enough of the process right now where we feel good, we feel strong, we feel stable, and we know the changes that we have to make. Pluto is allowing us, or setting the stage for that rebirth, for those new opportunities to come in, the things that are a little bit more aligned with our heart. But we do have to make sure to pay attention to how we show up for ourselves, the things we think, certain patterning, who we're engaging with, who we're surrounding ourselves with, our environment, in order to make those changes. If we don't have that awareness, it can get a little bit messy. And this is a time of expansion. It is a time of moving beyond the normal day to day. Again, with all those planets in Taurus, we have a lot of stability that is supporting us to be able to do that. So it's a good time, and Mercury and Mars are still in Aries, which is great action energy. It's action, it's communication to open up the doors, connect with new people, places, and things. It gives us strong energy to do so. And it feels really powerful. Yeah, oh, I love that. Double confirmation on the communication. And we see the little Mars symbol at the top. I love that. Thank you, Spirit. Alliance. Such a beautiful energy. It's a lot about who we can have the right alliances with, right? And we've been talking a lot about that. I hope I'm not getting annoying, because I feel like I keep saying that, but it's so much of what we're dealing with, what we're moving through. If we don't make changes, if we stay stagnant, if we keep doing the same thing and hoping to get different results, well, and I laugh about it, but in reality, some of it is just habits, patterns. We're used to doing it in this way. And so the idea is to be able to take a step back, have that bird's eye perspective, right? Seeing the whole picture and then making decisions accordingly. This is giving you more stability and balance. It goes back to what I was saying about seeing situations in your life, people that you're dealing with individualistically, right? Look at the whole picture, look at the whole perspective, but also deal with it as it needs to be dealt with and not trying to bring a bunch of other stuff into it. When we do, it gives a lot or brings a lot of chaos is what I want to say. Yeah, so Page of Wands energy really confirms your need to branch out, explore new territories, new horizons. This is Aries, Leo, Sagittarius energy. Fire energy is so beautiful at putting yourself out there, connecting. There's this element of charisma that I often find with people who have a lot of heavy placements in the fire signs. So this is, and it's approaching it in an innocent and curious way. Again, not having an end goal in mind, knowing what you're going after, but not needing it to play out in a specific way. Spirit wants you to be a little bit more, curious. Not to be redundant. I'm really working to articulate clearly, not say, so much, all the things. There's something that is blocking you. I feel like you could be very busy right now. You could have a lot on your plate. That goes back to that message of simplifying, not putting too much responsibility. You might be self-protecting a little bit with that Five of Swords. People, places, and things that have done you wrong. It could be a King of Cups, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio in your environment. Someone who is really emotional and you don't really know where they're gonna land is what I'm hearing. You never know what side of them you're gonna get, right? Which one are you today is the vibe I hear. And this is someone who doesn't really, they're emotional, but I feel like they don't really show their emotions, if that makes sense. They have that poker face, but a lot of the decisions, a lot of their approach, the way that they react is based on that, a lot of triggering is what I'm hearing. This could be someone you have a close relationship with. The Lover's coming out. It doesn't have to be love. Remember, if you're happily single or partnered, it doesn't have to be love. This is just someone that I do feel there is a strong connection with, that you have invested a lot into. For some of you, and these are two different things that I'm picking up. For some of you, this is new love coming in. This is someone, yeah, okay, there we go. That's exactly what I was picking up. I feel like there's a past person and there is a present or soon to be present person in your environment. And there is a little bit of a tug of war between you. You are someone who is being sought after right now. And we see that a lot with this Sagittarius energy, because it's our abundance, it's our wealth, it's our fortune, it's putting or aligning, with the right people, places, and things in order to gain that abundance. And so I feel like you are a little bit of a hot commodity during this new moon, which is great. It's a great time to set new goals, new aspirations, especially ones like we were talking about with that Saturn energy that might feel a little bit out of reach, or maybe you never thought you would have the determination and now you're getting inspired and you're really excited and you have this energy to put towards it. Definitely pay attention to those things, because we have this King of Cups, King of Swords, and the Lovers in the middle. So King of Swords energy is Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. The Lovers is also Gemini energy. I hear for some, it's like people blocking this new beginning, this new connection that we've seen. Yeah, 9 of Cups, because it is going to be exactly what you want, or it is something that you've worked really hard for. You've been envisioning this coming in, and I feel like it's finally here. But like I said, I do get this energy of a tug of war over you. Even if the two proverbial people fighting or situations, take it how it resonates, don't know each other or don't communicate, etc., there is something about your energy that's really magnetic, you know, with that Page of Wands. You're not really paying attention though. I do feel with the Page of Wands, 5 of Swords, the Star for you, I do feel like you're in your own world. You're focusing on the things that you need to do for you. Getting a little more aligned with your schedule, your habits, your routine, preparing for summer. I know that sounds really weird, and obviously it depends where you're located in the world, but even just the season change, right? Where I'm located, we're up and coming on summer. Life gets really busy. There's always a bunch of things to do, especially because those summer days are so perfect and sweet with the warm weather, getting out and about. There's whatever is lingering from the past. I feel this King of Cups energy, this person who's made a lot of bad decisions based out of their emotion. That's where there's grief and pain. And I feel like that's why you're being really conscious about who and what you're engaging with. You're focusing on your healing so you can get to that wish fulfillment. The Star and the 9 of Cups are both wish fulfillment cards in the tarot, which is really beautiful. So you're getting double confirmation. It's also Aquarian energy and that value of how Pluto is bringing in the rebirth in a way that allows you to have happiness and fulfillment, that allows you to feel inspired in your own life, right? Like the whole reason that we're here is so we can like bring our, you know, beauty, our brand, the unique gifts that we have to this world. As cheesy as it sounds, it's true. We need it. We need you. Okay, so 3 of Swords energy being blocked with 2 of Cups. So there is a lot of pain. I feel like in this tug of war, one person's saying something, the other person's not. There is a lot of, like I said, watchful energy, and it does feel like it is coming from this past person. I keep feeling, you know, it's just like they're watching behind the scenes. I keep getting that energy. Trying not to be exposed, but not really handling things very well. I'm not, not handling things well. It's difficult. It's challenging. You might be aware of this, like I said, but I feel like you guys are either in no communication or you're creating some time, some distance away from this dynamic so that you can surround yourself with people, places, and things. 3 of Cups energy that really do honor and support you, that keep things light and fun. Not everything has to be a big to-do. And we're finding ways to balance within that a little bit more. Temperance is also ruled by Sagittarius. So being conscious of our community, it goes back to that original message, dealing with people, places, and things individualistically. And I'm hearing this in that way of not really projecting what's going on in another situation onto someone that you care about, someone that you love. Yeah, because there is still a lot of emotional energy. I think the water element, yeah, we don't have a lot of water element in the astrology. There's heavy earth placements, and we have a decent amount of fire, which I like because that's giving us the drive and the motivation to overcome some of these challenges. But it's hard, right? Like sometimes when things aren't working out with friends, community, people that we rely on, etc., it can make other aspects of our life feel destabilizing. Yeah, it's just because there's a lot of closure that's happening. A lot of these cycles, and we're seeing this all across the board. There's just certain things, some of the things we're choosing to let go of, some of the things are naturally going to be released. I think I was talking about this the other day on one of the readings. I'm not sure which. So I apologize. You'll have to go through and watch them all. No, I'm kidding. But yeah, like this value of, and it makes sense, or we've heard it before, like that value of being authentic. The more authentic you are to yourself, the less you try to filter yourself, hide who you are around people, places, and things. I'm not encouraging anyone to go balls to the wall, obviously. You know, there is a time and place for everything. But the more we are authentic, the easier it is for the things that don't really serve us to fall away. Because we stop resonating with people's energy. We stop connecting with their energy. Yeah, claim your power, boom shakalaka. And that's, again, where that earth energy really helps us, that earth element, to feel grounded, to feel stable, so we can empower ourselves. Again, noticing the patterns, noticing how things are showing up for you, patterns in your relationship, in your dynamics with everyone. Not just one, you know, I mean, it's just always good to do a little inventory, a little assessment, so that we can make the changes, right? Just trust. So beautiful and so true. And such a good reminder. I love it too, because in the numerology, it breaks down to a 5, and 5s are cycle changes. It's when we start seeing a shift in the energy. And when I was looking at the astrology for this new moon, I really felt that vibe. There's more harmony on the board. Ways that we can start, we're seeing the change, you know. Again, it might not be the end goal, the end result, but we're seeing things slowly unfold, slowly creep forward. Spirit just wants us to trust, put our best foot forward. I gotta turn this around. Small steps, big accomplishments. We talked about this. I think that was in one of our collectives last week. Baby steps, baby steps. It is really interesting. I mean, it's kind of an annoying path, in my opinion, only because I like to do everything very quickly and efficiently. That's the only reason. But that value of, you know, just slowly chipping away at things day to day. Then you wake up a couple weeks, a month, 6 months down the road, and there's big changes that are happening, big accomplishments. And even if it doesn't feel like you're getting exactly what you want, or you're not finding something that fits that end goal quite yet, Spirit is saying, by continuing to plug away, continuing to push yourself forward, stay committed to that path, big things are coming in. Evolve into your complexity. So this is pretty abstract, but I'm hearing this in the way of, like, not, again, that value of not being afraid to let your light shine, not being afraid to be who you are. Part of that, you know, I'm really drawn to the third eye in this card. Part of that is being able to tap into our intuition, into our instincts. We have so many different facets of ourselves, and I think sometimes as we get older, it's easy to kind of tune out different parts of who we are. And part of what gives us creative potential, endless opportunities, is by being unique and complex and embracing those parts of ourselves. And again, with the earth element, we have that stability. I just love it, because it really feels like we're setting a foundation, we're setting a platform. And I feel like that's a lot of what this big accomplishment attaches back to. We're setting the tone for the next, 20 years that Pluto's going to be in Aquarius. So whoop whoop. All right. Thank you so much for your time and energy, especially if you made it this far in the video. Please know I appreciate it so much. Yeah. Definitely drop comments below. I love to hear how it resonates, what you're moving through, anything I can support. It is my heart. I hope you have a fabulous new moon. I think I'm going to do a spirit reading this evening, so stay tuned. It depends how my day goes, but that's the intention. While the new moon is at its most heightened. So stay tuned. All right, have a fabulous day. Lots of love. Many blessings.